Leroy Jenkins. Random opener. This is the Hot Cam Wrestling Podcast, and this is the Sunday Night List Show.
Go well.
With me, Ryan Palmer, and with Joseph Parr. Say hello.
Oh.
Nick the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Hello. James Richards.
What's up?
And Ryan Sangstar.
What's happening?
Don't forget you can subscribe to the podcast on
Everyone
Podbean.
sounds like they want to die.
Listen on Podbean as well. Listen and watch on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Press the bell thingy for notifications.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button.
Tap that notification bell so you never miss an upload.
Indeed. Follow on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast and on Facebook. Currently on Facebook, our list has now closed. Voting list, which was for the top 5 AEW matches, top 5 favourite AEW matches.
Ryan Sangster's suggestion.
It was Sangster's, was it? I thought it was yours.
No.
Oh, I'm actually surprised.
I'm not.
Tremendous. All right. Anyone got any news or stuff that they want to bring up?
Rest in peace, Pat Patterson.
Yes. Rest in peace, Pat Patterson.
Yeah, fantastic tag team match on SmackDown to put over the.
Probably the best tag match
Oh,
ever.
yes. It was pointless, damn it.
Oh, why do we slander every single person that listens to the podcast, Ryan?
I'm not
It's
slandering
Ryan
anyone.
so
To be fair,
Palmer.
I didn't name any names, but sorry. I think
Yeah,
he's
not
left
mentioning
now.
any names.
to be fair, I get why they did it. I'd prefer to have Shane and Aishi battle royal, for the belt or even a match for the belt. But I do get why they
Did
did
anyone
it.
get
yeah.
the belt?
Your champ doesn't fucking lose. The champ has been losing each week as well. Didn't Sammy lose last week? He lost, or did he win last week?
I think you won my
No.
count last week, didn't you?
Oh yeah, he won by count out. So it was like a
Fine.
shitty win. That was it. Okay, heelish win last week, and then this week he gets pinned. It's just like, come on.
Well, I
So-
saw
It's a good
online.
tribute.
I saw online what
You
the
can-
Intercontinental title scene is going to be like until WrestleMania.
And
So-
what is it going to be like?
So it's going to be Bryan versus Sammy Panic at TLC. With Bryan winning, then it'll go on to for Bryan will face Big E in Mania season.
Brian versus Big E.
I don't
Yeah,
think
going
Big
to
E
Mania
needs
season.
that title.
What wants
But
to watch
Bryan
that?
wants to put Big E over in a big way.
Yeah, but who the fuck wants to watch it? I don't.
I'd love to see Sammy Big E.
Yeah, I'd rather see that than Brian versus Big E.
No, because Bryan Big E probably will have.
I'd
a
rather
really
see
good...
Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan.
We're going to get that anyway.
Mm,
Yeah,
No.
that's what I've heard. Going to Mania season be Bryan Big E for the IC belt.
That's what he's heard through his sources in WWE.
Yeah.
Did Mel
Backstage
just tell you that personally? Yeah.
Yep. Got me
Yeah, and that's as far as my Meltzer goes.
Well, there goes a guest appearance from Meltzer.
Right, who wants to start their list? Who's
I think
begin?
we're going to go to Facebook first,
Okay, cool.
I think. With Ash Atkins, who has gone with John Moxley versus Kenny Omega, Lights Out.
Ooh.
Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, move on. Bucks versus FTR. Cody versus Darby, one of them apparently.
Which one?
That'd be
So
the
now
first.
I'll ask him later. Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros without specifying again.
That's probably a ladder match.
Yeah.
For the
I would imagine so.
AAA tag team titles.
The
Probably the most mental ladder match I've ever seen.
Aye.
Fucking Kane Soy off the ladder through a table. Bloody hell.
I'd imagine the Cody versus Darby match would have been the first one they had that went to a double count out. That was quite a decent match.
Or
Was it
the
a time limit draw?
Yeah. It was a good match, that.
it was really good. It's either that or the latest one they've just had.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Was that the one for the belt?
Yeah, full gear. Really good match.
Shall we move on?
You do. Yeah, go on. First
Right,
list.
so I've got 3 honourable mentions first. I've got Nick
fuck.
Jackson versus Ray Phoenix from Dynamite.
Good match.
The Stadium Stampede match.
Boss match.
And MJF versus Jungle Boy, which was in the list but had to be taken out at the last minute.
Yeah, it was alright.
Fuck, my phone's going to run out. I've gone with Kenny Omega versus John Moxley Lights Out match.
Fantastic match.
Yeah.
Just
People,
incredible.
at the time, people were saying it went too far.
No.
Eh,
Well,
They could've gone
it's been
further.
worse than that.
I'm seeing
You have an
GCW.
obvious
At the same
champ
time, was
versus
GCW
fucking
versus.
Gargano.
Yeah. I
No,
think
we
they went
haven't seen some GCW matches.
or CZW.
Omega and Hangman versus Young Bucks. Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros in the ladder match,
Yeah.
which
Mental
was
Mental.
is it the
Shoot.
best ladder? Is it the best tag team ladder match, or is TLC 2
Oh,
better?
TLC 2. Can't be
Yeah,
TLC
no,
2.
it's
That
not.
TLC
It's
2
the
is groundbreaking.
Best tag team ladder match in AEW.
It's the only one.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
only
the
one.
only one.
Yes. So yes.
I've got Cody versus Dustin, which edged out MJF versus Jungle Boy slightly.
Superb match.
See, I don't just like work rate; I like story as well. And I've gone for Young Bucks versus FTR.
That was alright.
Decent selection.
What do you mean it was all right?
Can't
I
bury
think
too
for
much
the
for that.
hype. I think for the hype, it wasn't as good as it could have been.
I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, they hyped it for about 5 years, didn't they?
Yeah,
And
and then the
then
story building up was
payoff.
shit. To be fair, I
The
feel like any
best.
match that's hyped for 5 years is going to be disappointing.
AJ Shinsuke.
Yeah, true. But I
AJ
mean,
Shinsuke, WrestleMania is the best one for that.
yeah. But
I mean, they
saying
already
that,
wrestled
like,
before, though, so.
the tag team match though wasn't the best when you look at it. Like you've got which the other ones you got on Omega and Hangman versus Bucks thought was better.
I don't want to talk
The
about that
ladder-
one.
Ladder match was
But
definitely better.
some might say it's the best match ever. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Uh,
Moving on to Facebook. We've got Morgan Frankham. He's gone for Hangman versus Jericho, which I think is the only one to go with that, unless one of you have.
No.
Young Bucks versus Omega and Page, interestingly. That's weird. Pac versus Kenny Omega.
that must be
Oh,
Iron
yeah.
Man match.
Yeah. I've actually not seen that match.
Really good.
Cody versus Dustin, and he's gone for MJF versus Jungle Boy, which was actually really good. And a lot
Yeah,
of
it
people nobody talks about that match, but it was incredible.
It happened the same show as the Stadium Stampede, that's why.
It was better than the Stadium Stampede, but we'll move on.
Moving on quick through this.
Who's next?
Me, I'll go next, but I think all mine have been read out now. So I've gone with Stadium Stampede match, which I thought was superb.
Really fun. Really fun.
Done really good. I mean, I fucking loved Hangman just sitting at the bar chilling.
I love Sally
Great
running away
action.
from Matt and Kenny in the golf cart.
Turns up on a horse. Yeah, really, really well done. You know, it was really good. The blowout for the Elite versus in the Circle storyline that they were doing at the time. I've put Chris Jericho versus Hangman Page for the AEW Championship because at the time I think a lot of people were 50-50 on who could have won that. So I feel like that invests me more into the match when I
Fair
don't
enough.
know who the winner. So then after that, obviously we've got the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros ladder match for the AAA Tag Team title belts.
The
I put that
Escalara
in.
de la Muerte.
Oh, that was good.
Well done. I thought that was a better match than Bucks versus Hangman and Omega, only slightly, but I think it's better. But that's personal preference because I fucking love ladder matches.
They're very different matches as well.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, I could have put them both in, but
Yeah.
you know, I really wanted to put in Omega versus Moxley, which is my next one. The lights out match.
I thought you meant the one on Dynamite then.
No, the lights out match was fucking
Yeah.
super. I must have watched that about 10 times. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I've managed to actually get people that haven't bothered to watch AEW, just sent them the fucking match, and they've now started watching AEW just based on that match.
It was a very good match.
It's quite groundbreaking for TV, mainstream wrestling at the time.
Didn't they get fined?
I think so, yeah. What was that story?
I might be story.
I don't know. I thought they got fined like $10,000 by the athletic, whatever it's called.
Well, they did have a barbed wire net. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And Kenny did face plant and wooden boards.
That was the worst bumper. That was the worst spot of the night. That was when he missed the Phoenix splash.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was worse than any of the barbed wire shit.
Superb. Absolutely loved that match. You know, just
Yeah.
all the way to the end, like where they were, pulled back the mat and they had the wooden boards. Like obviously we've seen with Ciampa versus Gargano a couple of times, but seeing it as Mox versus Omega was
As
just
we know, the modern day Stone Cold and Rock, Moxley and Omega.
yeah, as we've seen on the group, everyone just sort of and then obviously finally we've got Cody versus Dustin, which at the time when they announced Dustin to face Cody at the pay-per-view, everyone was like, why the fuck is this the thing?
Yeah.
No one really asked, because we'd seen Goldust versus Stardust, and I know it wasn't the same thing, but it's the same wrestlers, and let's face it, we've not really seen much of Goldust in WWE over the last few years before he left, because he was limited.
And I feel like we all probably thought rightly so as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then he came to AEW and he just bossed it, started pulling out Canadian destroyers.
Yeah, I mean, they've done well to build it up, because I think didn't Dustin not actually appear until the pay-per-view on AEW?
Yeah.
So they just done it all through social media, which
That's all you need.
Good. Yeah,
it's all you need if it's brother versus brother.
Yeah. Well, I listened to the podcast afterwards where Dustin talked about it, and he says, I was actually in the back and was nervous as shit, because I thought, what if I come out and no one gives a shit? Wow. You know what I mean? When he come out and the pop was like superb for him, he was like, that's it, and he got in his groove based on like he fed off the crowd, which is the best type of matches you can have, is when they're feeding off the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously they both split their heads and then hugged in the ring afterwards, which also brings
Dustin nearly died.
match that could have been involved in this was Cody and Dustin versus Young Bucks.
That match wasn't that good.
It was alright.
It was decent.
It's not a private party match.
Oh, hell, it's got nothing on the Buddy Murphy match. That's my list. So, I mean, like you say, unfortunately, they'd all been said beforehand, and I think a lot of us will have repeats throughout this one.
I'm going to attempt.
AEW have put on a shit ton of good matches.
Yeah. This is probably the hardest one so far.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to attempt to go to Facebook and attempt to say this person's name. Kiefer Zeus Knowles, if that is your real name. Cody versus Dustin. Jericho versus Moxley.
Ooh.
Which is one we've not heard before. Phoenix versus Nick Jackson. Omega versus Paige, which was actually an incredible match that I've missed out. And then he's gone for Young Bucks versus Paige and Omega. No John Moxley versus Kenny.
Wow. It depends what you think. A lot of people don't like that hardcore wrestling. They don't like to see people fly through glass or barbed wire. So it depends on preference, really.
Yeah, the Moxley versus Jericho, I'd say the storyline build-up was better than the actual match.
Yeah.
The storyline for that was superb, with him like almost joining the Inner Circle, and then he loses his eye and he robs the fucking car.
I mean, did he nearly join the Inner Circle? Did anyone think he was actually in the Inner Circle?
No, I mean, it was a swerve and that, wasn't it? And probably most of us could see it, but it was still boss to see him in the fucking shirt.
I think that match deserves to be there just for the Inner Circle choir and Jericho's entrance.
Yeah, I remember that. He's the only one that's gone with Omega versus Paige. I think they can have a better match though. So
I think that was the point of that match, though.
yeah. Next, then, boys.
Me,
What was
wasn't
that?
it? What was that?
I don't know.
AOL is playing up.
AOL, fucking dial up. Shit.
Mum, get off the
1980
phone!
You're using it for the Wi-Fi.
halfway downloading a naked picture of Captain Janeway and cuts out. Fucking hell. I think most of mine have been said. Pac versus Darby Allin, the one from Bash at the Beach.
Oh,
I don't think that's...
No.
not a bad shout.
Not been said yet.
Cody versus Wardlow, the cage match.
Also not been said.
Come off the cage on doing that moonsault.
Was that more of just a spot though, rather than a great match?
I think
Was
the
it
actual
decent
match
match?
was good. I think the actual match was good, though.
Was that Wardlow's debut?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
It was
pretty fucking memorable debut.
in the middle of that story between Cody and MJF. So he had to get through Wardlow and do some
Yeah.
other. He had to get whipped first of all.
Oh, the 10 lashes.
Yes.
Oh,
Go through the cage match, and then if he got through the cage match, then he had the match with MJF. So all that build up and all that storyline added to the spectacularness, if that's even a word, of that match. Spectacularity. Another Cody match. Cody versus Brody Lee, the first TNT match where he got beaten up in 6 minutes. I like that.
That in?
He just
tell you
got
what, the dog collar match was fantastic as well.
Yeah, I'd rather have the dog collar match on there.
Nah,
I'm gonna call it.
the
I
one
can't agree with having a
the first one,
6-minute match as one of the best matches of the company.
because of the fact that it was a 6-minute match and Cody didn't get a lick in. He got destroyed. He'd been destroying people.
So you put a squash
weeks
match as one of the
before
best
that.
matches.
Yes, I have.
But to be fair though, if you talk, for example, if you talk about SummerSlam main event, a lot of people put Cena Brock
No.
in their list.
No.
So I see
would.
where Palmer's coming from. It's sort of a spectacle of the match where someone just gets squashed out of nowhere.
Yeah. Wasn't Lesnar versus Cena like 25
Yeah.
minutes of duplexes?
It
Whereas
was.
this was like fucking 5 minutes of Cody getting his shit
Yeah.
kicked out of him. So that's like completely different.
I mean, Cody kind of got his comeuppance in that match. I think he's
Is
supposed
that why
to be
you
a
liked
big.
it? Cody got destroyed.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, he's coming out with his massive entrance. He's supposed to be, and his
All four of them.
entourage as well. He's supposed to be a babyface, but
I
it's
think
like,
that was the point
fucking
then.
hell. So he's getting just beaten up. And like the weeks before that, the baby faces that he was fighting, he was kind of using heelish tactics with him as well. And then at the end, giving a little handshake. So for this to happen to him, it's just like, fuck. You got your fucking comeuppance, mate.
Probably was a shock. I'd probably put it in the shock list, but I wouldn't put it in the matches list.
Especially not with some of the other matches.
I
But
think
each to their own.
Each to their own.
Exactly. Something like the North.
When you see the North fucking turn up in Bailey's place,
It's not
taking
happening.
on the Butcher
It's
and
a
the Blade,
It's meant to be a
or
one-off
fucking
thing.
Young Bucks,
Ugh,
change your
North versus
tune.
the Butcher and the Blade.
Oh yes.
That sounds
Or-
fucking dull.
Or the Lucha Brothers. Fucking hell, that'll be a match.
Would
Telling
it?
you. The North versus FTR. You saying that won't be a match either?
That sounds.
That'll be a
dull as fuck
technical
as well.
classic.
That'll be
The
that.
The North versus Kip Sabian and Miro.
I mean, I
Oh.
reckon they could drag a good match out of them two as well.
What?
Definitely, man. Exactly. Yeah.
But
I
the North
said it.
drag a good match out of Kip Sabian and Miro.
Yes.
They're trying to drag a good podcast suggestion out of you.
Well, I think I've just laid down 3 so far. Yeah. Cheeky bastard.
Personally.
Right. The
Excellent.
next one is the Bucks versus the Butcher and the Blade in the Falls Count Anywhere match.
Oh, that was good.
Where it kicks off with the Butcher actually cutting meat. It's so hilarious.
Can I just point out something? You said you think all of yours have been said. None of them have been said.
Well, which
Have you
means
been listening?
What podcast are you on?
I've just been secretly, whilst I've been on mute, just listening to a different podcast. As I say, Butcher and Blade versus the Bucks.
Where he starts like chopping up the meat.
And he uses the meat as a weapon as well. Just throws the meat at Nick Jackson.
That was pretty good.
That was hilarious. And then it ends with that. Was it a double table spot or something? And where Nick Jackson.
Yeah, I think it's like
gets
double
injured.
swanton through tables, something, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he actually get fucked up for real. This one's definitely been said. Omega and Pac, the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
And that is my list.
No Hangman Adam Page versus the Bucks or Kenny versus Moxley.
Or Cody versus Dustin.
No,
Yeah.
I don't rate the Cody versus Dustin match at all.
Ooh.
Don't rate it.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I think it's
What,
overrated.
6-minute squash.
Why is it
match?
overrated?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck that match. I'd rather watch 6-minute squash matches. Go watch Dark, mate.
I'd rather watch that particular squash match.
I'm
I don't watch
waiting
fucking
for him to do a
2
top 5
hours
AEW Dark
squash
matches.
Guys, this has come from the same guy that said Otis should have cashed in on the Fiend.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
That's a good point. This is coming from the guy who thought that Bobby Roode and EC3 should be in a tag team.
And it would have worked. That would have fucking not
The
just a
glorious
tag
1%
team,
top guys.
not just a tag team, a faction. Remember, it was a fucking modern day York Foundation.
Didn't you know Vince McMahon is the manager? Yeah.
Well, yes, he turned out to be like the grand CEO. It was him all along and shit like that. Yeah.
Was it him?
Running it. And he was secretly having an affair with Dixie Carter.
Oh, God.
That would have been worth it, to be honest.
That's something he would do as well.
Yeah. Neck on with Dixie while Linda's standing in the other corner.
To be fair, this conversation now explains why you prefer the 6-minute squash match.
How
Why
can anyone?
Impact, innit?
How can you? Number one, shut up about Impact. Number two, how can you not?
You know
like
what,
that
Impact
fucking
is
squash
shit. I don't
match?
watch that shit.
It's not shit. You'll die if he didn't leave the fucking. If he didn't stop listening at the start of the podcast, he's definitely left now. Shit.
I mean,
The thing
he's
is,
already,
though,
half,
is you
he's
say-
already halfway
you
out
say-
the door. You may as well push him the whole way.
Fuck.
you don't like Impact and that, but I bet you fucking tune in to watch Kenny Omega on Impact.
Exactly.
Because I've
Of
seen
course
it.
you will.
Be I was going to, but it's going to be a one-off thing apparently, so I'm not going to bother.
No, you'll be tuning in like a little bitch.
I'll
Going,
probably
"Hey,
watch it on
guys, anyone got
YouTube.
a link for Impact? Hey, anyone got a link for Impact?
Hey, are you? I only use legit streaming services. Thank you.
It's on Sky, so fucking hell. It's
Is
on like
it?
yeah, it's on Free Sports. And it's on Free Sports the day after it airs in the US.
I mean, I'll probably watch a clip on YouTube, but then I won't bother with the rest of that shit.
Absolutely shocking behaviour.
I love a good impartial podcast.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
shit. With no explanation afterwards. Fucking hell.
It's shit because I've never watched it.
Meet you in
Yeah.
the car park.
Hang on, Sankster, weren't you one saying last week it was shit as well?
I said that I watched the pay-per-view, which was really good, and then I tried to watch the weekly shows afterwards and couldn't get into it. That's not me
I
saying
do
it's
watch the
shit.
pay-per-views.
The weekly shows just aren't good for me.
Yeah.
It's everyone's acquired
Understandable.
taste, isn't it? But like some of the pay-per-view matches they've had over the past year have been
I
fucking
do
brilliant.
watch some of the pay-per-views. If I look at the card and see if it's worth it.
Just not shit then if you're still watching the old pay-per-view, is it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there.
'Cause you don't turn around and go, oh, Coronation Street shit, but I'll watch an omnibus on a fucking Sunday.
You know all too much about Coronation Street.
I haven't got a fucking clue.
They still
about Coronation.
Brian Sanks'
Fuck,
new
they-
soap opera podcast coming out next week.
And I get more listeners than fucking Joe Parr's fucking fact.
Jesus.
It's got a bit
Going
fucking
off.
catchy here, lads.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
Going off here.
Oh shit, we're actually recording this one.
Oh, God. Right, this is the practice one.
I thought
Let's go on to Facebook.
Just go Facebook one.
Yeah. We've got Patrick Reyes, I think, is how you pronounce that.
Yeah, right,
Cody
right.
versus Dustin. Moxley
Yeah.
versus Omega. Young Bucks versus Omega and Page. Someone else has said that one. It's almost like it was a good match. Bucks versus FTR and Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
They saying it's the greatest match they've ever seen. But
Did I say
don't
that?
think so.
I said it's the best tag match I've seen.
You haven't seen many tag matches, no?
I've seen more than enough tag matches.
Exactly. Fucking hell. They're not saying it's the greatest fucking tag match ever.
Someone else say or something.
He's probably getting wound up.
Wait, which was the Pac versus Orange Cassidy? Because I can't
Revolution.
Revolution last year.
remember. Ah, right, okay. The only thing that
actually
sticks out in my head when I think of Orange Cassidy is him fucking throwing Jericho into the juice.
What a shit stipulation that was.
Remote the Mayhem.
Bunch of fucking wank. Type of shit you see on Impact, that is.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Come on, we've just got away from this.
no.
What's the best tag team match ever?
James, what's your list?
Okay. Alright. I've got Cody versus Dustin,
Yeah.
Omega versus Moxley,
Okay.
Bucks versus Page and Omega. Shut up, Joe.
I did what?
I expect you to say it's almost like that match has been said all along.
Okay. I've just been told then, haven't I?
The main list at the end. I really don't want it to go in.
It probably won't, but
I got Pac versus Orange Cassidy as well.
I need to rewatch that match. I can't remember it.
It's a comedy match done really well.
I just
Yeah.
can't remember it.
You got all the Pac's Orange Cassidy stuff in the middle, then Orange Cassidy some balls out that he's a really good wrestler, and Pac sells his ass off for him.
Yep.
And
It
he
is
got-
really good.
When you got, at the beginning of the match, you got Cassidy kicking the shins. Then Pat does it back, and it's sort of going, and all the whole crowd's going on. They go, oh, like they're having a wicked exchange, but it's the same kick each other.
like Nessa from Gavin and Stacey.
Oh!
What's
Oh.
occurring?
Oh!
Oh, Stace.
Oh! Fuck's sake, this podcast is shit.
It's the Shit Talking Podcast. Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is why we call this Chat Shit Sundays.
Hey, if someone doesn't fucking tag in James Corden on this post, I'm going to be fuming.
I've also got best friends, just proud and powerful.
Breast friends.
Breast friends.
Best friends, just proud and powerful. The parking lot ball.
Oh, what's that
Ooh.
match?
I thought it was a really
enjoyed
fun
that.
match.
I
No
also
one
haven't
expected
seen
it
that
as
match.
good. No one expected it to be as good as it was.
Best friends are an underrated team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They've never held tag team gold
Did they hold it PWG?
anywhere. Nope.
Wow, I thought they were holding PWG. I think
Never.
Trent was PWG
Chuck-
champion.
Easy for you to say. I think they both were,
Oh,
but they've never been tag champions anywhere,
Wow.
which is it's a bit of a crime, really.
Yeah, it is.
I think they would have been by now in AEW if they hadn't then brought in Proud and Powerful and then obviously FTR and everyone else.
Like
you
the
know, when they
party.
first started out. Yeah, well, when they first started out, they had a set amount of tag teams, didn't they? And I think if
Yeah.
they stuck with them for the first year, then Best Friends would have been tag champs. But obviously, they brought in bigger names, so never happened.
Best friends, I thought they were going to win the tag titles from Omega and Hangman, though, because they're in that mad run with the no fans.
Yeah, they had a really good run then, didn't they?
Yeah.
Good old breast friends.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
You got to give the people what they want.
If I had a nipple for every time somebody said that. Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Sounds like a Facebook.
Best friends. Who's next?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Was that
reading
your
out
list
Facebook?
already? I thought you still had more left.
No.
We've got
Cody
Jack
Dustin.
Anderson.
Mega
Oh.
and Page versus the Bucks. Pac versus Orange Cassidy, Mega the Bucks. Yeah, so I got all five.
I am going to need everyone's list in the group chat, just a little side note. Jackson Harrison has gone for Cody versus Dustin, Bucks versus FTR, Omega versus Pac, Omega and Page versus the Bucks, Phoenix versus Nick Jackson. All of them have been said before, so no more needed. Mr. Twin Towers.
Yep, number 1, Stadium Stampede.
Boss match.
Has anyone other than Sanksa said that in their list?
It was Stadium Stampede was 6 for me.
A 6, did you just say?
Yeah, it's number 6 for mine. It was really close to being on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
It was very good.
I liked it. I really liked it. It just didn't appear on my list. What was next?
Yeah.
Kenny Omega versus Pac.
Who keeps burping, by the way? Anyone with five?
This has gone downhill.
Proper, like, unprofessional shit. That. What was
Nearly
that?
started to put somebody off.
Oh, what was your other one?
Yeah.
I'll say it again because I was cut off. Omega versus Pac.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good match. Have they had any other matches, or have they only had that one match?
Which was the match that Pac made Omega?
It's all out, wasn't it?
when
Oh
it came?
shit! Yeah, they did have that one. They did have that match, didn't they? Because
No,
yeah,
all out.
You the first one.
yeah. Where was that? Was it
All
all
Out.
out?
All out.
Yeah. Okay.
Then out of the box, I'm going Darby Allin versus Jimmy Havoc versus Joey Janela.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
That was that. I was thinking about. I did think about that one, but I didn't even put it on my honorable mentions. That was like the Cracker Barrel, whatever, wasn't it?
Crack Battle Clash. Oh, it's
shit.
so fun.
Yeah.
Terrible name though.
Yeah, terrible name, really fun match.
Wasn't there the spot with Darby Allin doing the coffin drop on the barrel itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopping onto Janela's back with the tack skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Weirdly, AEW have signed a lot of hardcore people. You know.
Yeah. Moxley, like, obviously Havoc's not with the company anymore. Obviously.
Whatever happened to him?
He's a nonce.
He doesn't speak now, maybe.
I was just going to put it in layman's terms there.
No, he wasn't a nonce. His aggressive behaviour towards his partner.
Yeah, he wasn't a
Wasn't
nonce.
he accused in speaking out as well?
That was his accusation in
Yeah.
Speaking Out.
So if word does get out, we're not calling him a nonce without any justification.
He is not a nonce.
No,
Jesus.
he's a wife beater.
Allegedly.
Which isn't much better.
Yeah.
All the ladies say, move on, quick.
Yeah. Fuck. Let's get the hell out of here.
We'll have hell.
Yeah, well, hi, pal. Fuck. Who's next? Or is that are you done with your list?
I'm done. That's it.
I thought that was only 4.
Probably was, but I'm done.
I think we're all done.
Is that us all finished?
We've got one more Facebook one from my friend Peter White. I have more than one friend, guys. We've got Cody versus Dustin. No, I don't even have a live here. Moxley versus Omega. Page and Omega versus the Bucks. Bucks versus FTR. And Cody versus Jericho. Has anyone said Cody versus Jericho yet?
No, that's when Cody broke his neck, isn't it?
Yeah, when he fucking dived right and just hit the ramp.
Is that the MJF threw the towel in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Pete described it on Facebook as the towel heard round the world.
Yeah. It was a really good match, though.
It was good.
Enjoyed that. Good for the story as well.
Cody's like really good at like these late 80s style matches with storytelling.
Yeah.
So
we need to do a master list.
Oh dear.
Well, there's one match that's appeared on everyone's, I think. Well, most of them. I think Moxley versus Omega's in there, isn't it?
I think there should be 3 locks.
Moxley versus me, yeah.
Dustin, Cody, and Omega and Page versus the Bucks.
But we're like the only 2 that put it on there.
Ooh.
I'm telling you now, I want it to be on there, but it's definitely not going to end up on there. So
I think it should be on there.
Me too. Is Cody versus Dustin definitely on there, guys?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Get your 6-minute squash on there.
Nick, do you think Cody versus Dustin deserves on the list?
Nah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Are we all saying Moxley Omega's on there though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The two matches that everyone thinks, oh god, one of the best matches AEW ever done are being discussed and debated right now, not a lock on.
Ooh. Who said Omega versus Moxley wasn't a lock on?
No one.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking
I
about.
said Mega Page and Bucks
Right.
and
sorry.
Dustin and Cody aren't lock on.
Cody and Dustin's got to be.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. We've got 2 against.
That's
Is it?
pretty cool.
It's 3-4, so it may as well go on. But we'll
We'll
outvote
pencil it in. We'll pencil it in.
So what else are we looking at?
I think the tag match has to be on there.
Yeah, I do.
Well, are we saying Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros there?
That was amazing. The ladder match
Yeah.
was superb.
There's got to be a tag match on there.
Stadium Stampede's got to be on there. I'm sorry, it's got to be.
Mm,
That was superb. At the time, it was like fucking unreal. The finish was brilliant
if
as well.
Stadium Stampede's on there, Omega and Page versus the Bucks has to be on there.
I agree.
I'll agree. Put them both on then.
Okay.
Come on, stick them on. Go on.
Anyone overly opposed to that?
No.
No.
Okay, we've got one more.
So where were we up to? What?
We've got Moxley versus
go on.
Omega, Dustin versus Cody, Stadium Stampede, and Omega and Page versus the Bucks.
It's hard, isn't it? Because there's so
Mm.
many of us to go.
There's just so many matches.
I'm surprised no one said Penta versus Phoenix because that was nearly on my list.
It was good, but I don't know.
It's a match
I
where
think the
more
one-
people
Which
can
one?
go do more.
The one where they were ripping each other's masks off was
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
I don't know.
You wouldn't
It
put
is-
Cody and Wardlow on there. Cage match.
No.
No, not really.
It was a one-spot match.
Yeah.
Really? What about the
If-
fucking build
okay,
up to it?
If the
It was in the
moonsault didn't
middle
happen,
of
would
a
it be on
fucking
anyone's
series.
list? If the moonsault didn't happen, would anyone remember it?
No.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. No, you would because of the fact, because of the program that it was
I
included
can't
in.
remember a single thing built up to that match.
Let's be
Don't
honest.
be
the
silly. Yes, you can.
People remember
Yeah.
that build up for the lashes.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a build up for Wardlow. That was a build up for MJF.
That was a fucking shocking
And
decision.
really, Cody versus
was
Wardlow
his-
was just a build up in someone else's story.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. What about Hangman versus Jericho? That was said more than once.
I wouldn't do it.
First ever AEW Championship match.
No. Nope.
Bucks versus FTR. I know you're not mad keen on it, but
No, the ladder match was much better than that.
I don't mind putting the ladder match on there. Escalado de la Muerte.
Like the best friends.
That was a shout, to be fair. That was a shout. I forgot about that match, but that was fucking brilliant.
That was
Is it
another
better
blur.
than the ladder match though?
No.
I
Like the
don't mind
parking
saying that
lot
match.
brawl.
I just had a thought. There's only been one steel cage match in AEW.
Yes.
I'm not 100,000 WWE.
Nick,
Yeah,
you got
well,
any
probably-
shouts?
Nick, he was.
You got any shouts, Nick?
I said no.
Oh. This
I
is
don't mind
difficult. This one,
So I think we've actually narrowed it to the parking lot brawl and a ladder match.
but also a lot of people have said Omega versus Pac.
Mm.
The Iron, yeah.
I can't comment on it because I've not seen it, but
That is a good shout. But do you know what? I completely forgot about the triple threat match that someone said before as well, the Cracker Barrel match.
Oh,
I thought
that
that
was so fun.
that is good. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to putting that on there. To be fair,
No, that's got to be up there. But do we put Jimmy Havoc in?
yeah, that's a good point.
What about Cassidy Pack? Comedy wrestling done right.
No, I can't remember it.
Nah.
No, you remember?
All I remember, that's just another one-spot match. All I remember from it is the kick things.
Which he does in every match he's ever been in.
The actual match is fantastic, though.
I
Once
just
they
can't
start wrestling, it's really good.
Is it Orange Cassidy's best match?
Yeah, easily.
What about Pac? Is it better than Pac versus Omega?
I would say no.
No, I don't think so.
So then it can't go in over Pac versus Omega, surely.
God, this is
So
difficult.
if we narrowed it down to 3, so we've got Pac Omega, Breast Friends versus Proud and Powerful, or the Cracker Barrel Brawl.
And the
What
ladder
about
match.
match?
Got a ladder match as well.
Oh, fuck's sake. This is so difficult.
The parking lot brawl. I'll go for that one.
Why don't we all go round and each say which match out of them 4 we pick? I'll go with ladder match.
Parking lot brawl.
Parking lot brawl.
Come back to me.
Nick,
Can't do that, man.
Nick, ladder match or parking lot brawl?
Parking lot.
Oh,
Doesn't matter what I say then.
It doesn't matter what you say, Joe.
Best friends have won something.
I'll say ladder match just because, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, so we got this then.
What's the list?
Friends.
Read through.
Okay, so we've got Moxley Omega, Dustin and Cody, Stadium Stampede, Omega and Page versus the Bucks, Breast Friends versus Proud and Powerful.
That's a decent list.
I don't think any of them need to be taken off.
No.
No.
I just also remember for the parking lot brawl, Trent's mum giving the finger at the end.
Pardon?
Yeah.
That's what happened when
She
it went
was
off there.
given the finger? Fuck. Wow. She gave
That's a
it.
social media exclusive.
Socially
watched it.
distancing, like.
Trent's mum getting the finger in her van.
She took it too far, dude. Fuck.
I tell you what, if anyone's listening to this though that hasn't actually watched any AEW and they're just listening because they like our podcast, is they go through and listen, watch them 5 matches.
Yeah.
You can't not be an AEW fan at the end.
You know
Also,
what?
we're sorry
Watch
if you
all-
listen to it,
Watch all matches that have been mentioned tonight.
except for the squash match. That was shit.
Yeah, watch squash match, then go watch dog collar match and tell us what was better.
Go watch AEW Dark.
The squash match was tons better. Come on. Behave.
Oh, no, dog collar match.
Have a word.
The
The
dog collar match.
anti-Miz is now the anti-Cody.
I've never been like a big Cody mark in the first place, even when he was like dashing Cody Rhodes and all that kind of shit. So,
The dashing Cody Rhodes was terrible, but I liked him in Legacy. He was good in Legacy. I thought he was going to be a world champion in WWE back then.
I liked it when he had the mask on.
Are we
When he
doing-
did his nose.
are we going to be doing like a quick prediction for NXT tonight?
Yeah, that's
We can
tonight.
touch on it.
I've got a card
So,
in front of me.
War Games, NXT.
War Games.
War Games. War Games.
War Games.
There's
You
1, 2, 3.
can't say it properly. You have to say it like that.
War Games. 5
War
matches
Games,
on
you
tonight.
bastards.
You bastards. Growl. You bastards.
I still like the name that I saw for the female team for the War Games match.
What is
What
their
was that?
name?
It's somebody said on YouTube it's not just a phase mom.
I don't get
They're
that.
for the babyface team.
Oh,
I
so-
get it.
Oh shit.
You got Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Shotzi Blackheart in it, and fucking Ember Moon.
No, I don't get it. But
If you look at a picture,
No, don't get it.
okay.
it's a generational
Obviously
thing.
too highbrow for all of you people.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
me and James get it.
Smarten me up.
in the comments.
Yes, in the comment. Fuck it. So let's go for Ciampa versus Sasha. Who you got?
Who cares?
Ciampa.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good match.
It's got to be Ciampa.
Thatcher.
Thought
Actually,
Ciampa.
no, you know what? They waste Timothy Thatcher. It's probably going to be Ciampa.
Yeah.
Should be Ciampa.
Where do they go afterwards? Where does Ciampa go after this? Even if he wins or loses.
I mean, it should be Thatcher. Longest reigning Evolve champion, and he's done fuck all.
Next match, Cameron Grimes and Dexter
Grimes.
Loomis.
This sounds
Yeah.
dull.
It's a strap match.
That one.
I got
Again.
Grimes.
Who
I
cares?
got Cameron Grimes. I think
What
Loomis
was
can
his-
afford to lose.
What was his name in TNA?
Sam
Trevor
Shaw.
Lee.
Trevor Lee.
Samuel
Oh,
Shaw.
Trevor Lee.
Chrissy
Trevor
Hemme.
Lee, wasn't
Oh, I thought we were talking about Loomis.
Why would he be talking about Dexter Loomis?
Cool, he's a stalker in TNA.
No one
Chrissy
talks
Hemme.
about Dexter Loomis.
He's supposed to be a serial killer. But like serial killers are the people you least expect. But he's
Serial
such a-
killers that paint caricature of people backstage.
And supposed to be a babyface.
Yeah,
Not-
it's really weird.
Yeah.
Is he the
Oh, this man.
babyface?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Christian-
He's the babyface.
He kidnaps people.
He kidnapped heels,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, he kidnaps heels.
Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes.
This sounds like a toilet break.
Triple threat match
This
for the
sounds good.
North
I'd
American
look forward to
title.
this.
Gargano, Ruff, sorry,
Leon Ruff.
and
Gosh.
Priest.
Leo Rush.
What was
Is he
Priest like?
the-
Huh?
What?
What was he like as Punishment Martinez? I never.
He's alright.
He was alright.
Good in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's good now.
He was the television champion just before he left.
Ah.
Although
Damien
Punishment
Priest.
Martinez is not as good a name as Damian Priest.
I don't know.
He's a good wrestler, Baron Corbin.
She's a
Yeah.
good wrestler, Baron Corbin.
He is actually. He is just a good Baron Corbin.
What the fuck's going on here?
He is though. I
But I
what
do
he-
think
get what
I
he's
do
saying.
like I actually think Baron Corbin's quite good as well. So
Of course you do.
best finish in
Yeah.
the company, one of the best finishers in the company.
He reminds me of like I think somebody saw, unless this was his character in Ring of Honor, it's just like some NXT executive saw the Crow and was like, "Yeah, be like Funboy or
Sting.
be like what's his face with the knives." No, not Sting. And it was like, "Yeah, just do that." And that's what his gimmick is. Someone saw the Crow and just transplanted it onto him. Anyway, I've got Gargano for that match.
Really?
Yeah.
Priest.
I'll go for rough.
I'm going Leon Ruff.
Rough ref.
Nick?
He went for rough. Rough.
I'll tell you what was the point in having Kevin Owens do the chat show?
I don't know. Maybe
There
he'll.
was
It might be
anyone
pointless, but it's bloody fun.
him appear as a fatal four-way, possibly.
That would be fun.
But you can't have him lose to NXT to a guy like Leon Ruff and have him face Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal title.
Yeah, but if he doesn't get pinned,
Yeah, it's true.
he's
No, because
done.
if you're going to push someone, you have to win every match, remember?
True.
He's not going to beat Roman Reigns anyway.
No.
So fucking matter. I
Mm.
just thought with him being on there, he might actually just appear again. 'Cause he's been
Yeah,
itching
last
to do
4 games.
it for a while, hasn't he? Yeah.
You may as well do it again.
Speaking of war games,
We have the women's War
Speaking of
Games
what, sorry?
match.
War Games.
War Games!
War Games, bastards!
You bastards! So we got team. It's just the phase, mom. Well over my head. Versus Team Candice. Who you got?
The implication is that they're all emos.
They're all emos.
Not just a phase mum. Just a phase mum. Never mind, just
Alright.
carry on.
Fucking hell.
Well,
Ah,
Rhea Ripley's in our pick then.
that's the
Baby
just the
face
phase,
team.
mum. I think
Yeah.
Rhea's going to turn on EO for some bizarre reason. I don't know. There's something going on
Sloppy
there.
EO, yeah.
Sloppy EO.
They did a heel turn for the babyface team last year.
Yes, they did.
Did she do anything with that?
Yeah, Dakota Kai's a nasty heel, but she hasn't won anything.
Dakota Kai rules.
major. She does. She's pretty good. She elevates
Pretty
anyone
good.
that she's in the ring with. So, who you got?
I got Team Candice.
Nice.
Who's on Team Candice?
Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Tony Storm.
Nah, Raquel Gonzalez sucks, so babyface team.
Raquel. Raquel. Oh, Raquel.
She's going to take the pinfall watch.
She sucks.
Who you got, Sangster? Do you care?
I said before, Team Ripley.
No team shots here.
Babyface.
Babyface team. I've got babyface team as well.
Oh,
With weird
no,
shenanigans.
I'm the only one's gone for Team Candice.
Oh. And the male War Games match.
The match
Games.
are in. The match that Joe's looking forward to seeing.
What?
You got UE Undisputed Era versus For the Brand.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
calling
yeah, I
that.
forgot that knobhead's in the match.
Pat's Pack.
He's actually in the fucking match. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I don't mind him wrestling. I just don't want to hear him talk.
That's just weird.
We'll see Punk
His match was good.
What was that about CM Punk?
Put Pat McAfee over this week on Twitter. That
He
is
did.
my skills.
Who'd he beat?
Yes, yes. See, that's
Yeah, it's
what
not
I-
like he held the
he's-
WWE title for 434 days.
He said that he should be teaching promo class in NXT.
The
And I
guy
fucking
wrestler
said
should be
that.
teaching promo class.
Paul
Yes.
Heyman could teach a promo class. No,
Paul
one
Heyman's
picked
had
one.
more matches than Pat McAfee.
I think
Probably.
their team will win. The Pat McAfee team.
I've got you.
Probably.
I've got you.
I think
I
Pat
want-
McAfee's going to moonsault off the cage.
I think he probably will.
I think he would do something off the cage.
Just as people will like him.
Okay. So that's our preview of War Games
War Games.
and the list.
Right, just
Done.
What do you think will be the best and worst match?
Can I just
Worst
give my
match.
Best match, men's War Games. Worst match,
Yeah.
really Miss Grimes. Which I don't even think would be a bad match.
Agreed.
Can I just say my prediction for the men's War
Yeah.
Games?
Oh yeah, sorry. Right.
Go on, Nick.
Strong and Fish to turn on Undisputed Era.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Wait, are they going to join Pat McAfee's stable?
No, they're just gonna,
Oh, that's fine then.
Strong and Fish to turn on Undisputed Era.
I wouldn't mind that, to be fair.
Whoa.
But now I'm going to
Oh, really?
expect it.
How much fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby
Oh,
Fish could
fucking
fry
hell.
fish?
Fuck's sake. Is it not? Would you not put Fish and O'Reilly back together? Would it
well,
be-
since Riley's been a face recently, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's sort of the last few months sort of between Cole and O'Reilly's faces, but Strong and Fish's heels.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Alrighty.
I think the best match is going to be the women's War Games match.
So
And then I think the worst one's going to be fucking shitty Cameron Grimes. No, actually, Cameron Grimes is good versus shitty Dexter Loomis.
Shitty Cameron Grimes.
Nah, Cameron Grimes is good. Well, Trevor Lee was good.
Cameron Grimes.
Grams.
Did you watch Trevor Lee? Yeah.
Yeah, he was good in Impact.
And
Trevor Lee.
PWG.
Yeah.
I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've-
I will be live tweeting during War Games tonight.
Excellent.
So
Oh,
come
well.
join.
Yeah, that's tonight, isn't it?
I'll
Yeah.
remain off Twitter until I've watched the fucking pay-per-view this time.
So if you
That
want to
was
join
aimed
the
at me.
if you want to join the conversation of War Games, follow the Hardcam podcast at Twitter, where you interact with me. Who'll be live tweeting during the show.
If anyone still listens to this podcast, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't imagine anyone is.
What, at this point or in general?
Yeah,
Well,
probably at this point.
Yeah.
Wait
I mean,
till
I
the
think
fucking
a lot
thing.
of people probably tuned out when we slagged off Impact, and then after that, whoever was still listening definitely tuned off when Jimmy Havoc got called. And
Oh, fuck. Ugh.
I wasn't going to mention it again. I was just going to tell James to edit it out, but it's out there again, so we'll just leave it.
yeah, definitely leave it in because it's one of them things, isn't it? War games.
Happens.
We're edgy, guys.
On that bombshell, then,
Oh, Jeremy Clark.
it's time to It's time to plug your socials. I don't get that. Thanks to plug your socials.
Quick, somebody
You
say
can
something.
find me on the wrestling group on Facebook. That's where I am mainly most of the time. I spend all my days and all my life because I don't work. No, I'm only joking. I'm on there all the time, so you can find
When
me on
he's
there.
sitting
It's
there
the
counting his
best way to get
benefits.
me.
It's terrible, that. Nick,
Might as well be on benefits to work for BLM.
Nick,
You
plug your
get good
socials.
wrestling figures.
Yeah, the wrestling artwork page associated to the Facebook Hardcam Wrestling podcast page. Find me on there.
Pencil Tree as well. Is that your
Pencil Tree.
Joseph? Plug yours.
Why do you
if you
keep
haven't.
asking me?
Oh, maybe you've signed up to something.
Hardcam Wrestling pod. I have them. I just don't care.
Bebo
Hardcam
or
Wrestling on Facebook.
He doesn't need any more friends.
No, I've already got to.
James. Plug your
You can
socials.
find me on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast.
Nice.
I'd like to give a shout out to this Geek Talk on Facebook as well.
Oh, yeah.
Anything related to not
Well,
wrestling.
thanks for getting all these free plugs.
He makes all the decent groups.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Films, games,
Love it.
whatever.
This podcast wouldn't be happening without him, so thanks,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Better read our own podcast. Jesus Christ.
Can we have a Ryan appreciation podcast then?
We'll do it with the Miz one.
Fuck.
Yeah. Just do it side by side. That's
We also have coming up an interview next week or the week after, maybe. Well, it's recording next week and we'll be out the week after. So look, that's going to be interesting. Looking
Who's
forward
the
to that
interview
one.
with?
It is with ring announcer Mike Angus. Me and James will be doing the interview, and maybe Ryan might be there.
Who's the
If we
ring
let
announcer for?
TNT in Liverpool, I think.
Yeah, he does.
I've got that
TNT
wrong.
Liverpool. He does TNT Extreme in Liverpool, and he also does Wrestle Island over in Birkenhead and Wallasey. He's been doing now. He's so over with the fans. You know, he's such a nice guy, and he's going to sort us with an intro for the
Very
pod
nice
as well.
guy.
Cool. And you can find me at Yardy316 on Twitter. Find me on Facebook as well. Remember, follow on Podbeam and listen on Podbeam, and please subscribe for Podbeam and leave
And YouTube.
feedback. Yeah, and on
Leave
YouTube
a
as well.
feedback.
Leave feedback.
Feedback.
Leave lots of feedback.
Can we end this now?
Yes, indeed. We're out of time,
We're
folks.
not going to go.
We are out of here. See ya.
Bye.
Out of time.